Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. All right. This is my streaming setup. Here we go. I guess I'll start off with how day 4 felt today. My day 4, I was pretty tired. I scored a 2-for-1 on Chipotle because, long story, basically they sent me a full order of tacos when I only ordered one. Pretty excited about that, but it made me stupid lethargic, and I literally played Fallout for 7 hours before going to the gym today. So I was kind of tired, but I definitely had the energy to be there. It was more so making myself mentally focus. Thank God the sets were short and low volume. Accessory work felt pretty good because I felt like I was finally starting to reach whatever of a peak whenever I got to my accessory work, peak mental focus. Well, no, probably near the end of bench. No, probably bench. I lied, but I'm just saying my accessory work felt good today. Not a whole lot to report on. Deadlift felt a lot better this time around. I had a lot of camera issues this week with setting up my videos, mainly being in a new gym, and then today I had other problems. So yeah. So here's day 1. I think I set the J hooks a little bit too high. That's this is my volume stuff, but I got 415 for my single. Didn't get turn the camera on. I said for my single, I had to use my hands to unrack because I'm dumb and short and just too stubborn to. Sorry, that sounded way much more negative than it is. I was just joking around. I cut just because I'm short. I should have racked the weight, take some of the weight off, racked it, and asked someone to move down the hooks or something like that. I actually have a hard time finding certain squat racks that don't have a good amount of rack holders or holes in the rack, if they have them at all. So there's I had to test it out, but my squats felt pretty good in these squat shoes. I definitely feel like the squat shoes make a humongous difference. Before I was getting back problems, now I'm not really. I definitely fucked up the tempo on this set. I'm pulling it down way too hard or way too fast. I should have scaled the weight back, but when I was doing them, I felt like I was doing 3 seconds down. This one might be better. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a little extra. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's still not 100% consistent every rep. It's not every single rep is perfect 3 seconds. Wish I had a gym partner, someone to hold me more accountable. This is day 2. My RP7 squat single was pretty easy. I feel like every day I'm going, I'm getting more and more accustomed to this these shoes. Oh, I was a little high. This is my 310. Honestly, this just fucking flew. I could have added another 5 pounds, but I accidentally loaded 300 onto the bar, assuming it was a RP7. And then I know you're going to respond with check the RPEs, but I just kind of grooving at this point in the day. It was right after work. I was hyped. I was not really hyped is an over descriptive word. I was more so ready to. I was looking forward to lift today, pretty much. But yeah, I probably could have done 315. I'm gonna try next week, or at least if I'm feeling up to it, try 315. It really depends on how the warm-ups feel. My deadlifts, I felt my lower back was being used more, and I think that was a combination of factors that got fixed on day 4. This is the single I did. I felt like I was using my lower back a little bit too much. I wasn't pulling my back into extension, and I was really afraid to push onto the slippery floor with my socks because I forgot my shoes. Well, yeah, you can see me doing it in socks. Yeah, I thought for what it is, it was going fine. This is day 3. This is my volume. I need to work a little bit on my upper back tightness. I think there's a lot of problems coming from my upper back and it not doing necessarily what I'm supposed to be doing, or just, I don't know if it's lack of strength or incorrect cues, but my upper back on both deadlift and squat is starting to become a problem. I think the problem on my squat, and I mentioned this in one of my emails, was I think I can't get good tension into my core. Like I can't pull a lot of air really well because my upper back isn't, I guess, carrying enough of the weight. Does that sound right? Maybe I just suck at pulling air or I am not proficient at pulling air into my belly. But it's getting better. I noticed that I walked out 4:15 this week a lot better on day 2 than I did on week 11 and definitely week 10 week 10 was one of my bad weeks. Here is my top volume set. This is wait, is this a top volume set? I think I went up to like 375 on one set. The wrist wraps help immensely with how my wrists feel for the sets. This might be my top set. I think I topped out at like 375, 385, something like that. Pretty good triple weight, but that should really be that ideally would get higher with more training. Not that it should be anywhere. This is what I felt like I could lift on the day. I feel like RP is really appropriate for this. It was a real big thing was, you can see there was a real struggle just pulling air, but once I pulled the air and spit out an entire Gatorade's worth of loogie or whatever the hell that was, ew, gross. Once I was able to pull air, it felt a lot better. And then today I lost a lot of footage today. The camera just wouldn't roll after I would set it down, or once someone kicked over my camera because they wanted to use the decline bench that I was set on my camera on. I was pretty pissed about that. But I came in and did deadlift first today because I really wanted to address the problem that I was having on day 2 of my deadlift, my lower back. I did deadlift first. I hope that's not a problem. I won't do it in the future if it is. But I was really thinking that the goal for today is do not move the weight unless my legs initiate the movement. And my lower back felt perfect. It moved pretty fine. My my RPE single might have been fairly accurate. It felt pretty heavy, but the volume sets did not feel anywhere near as heavy. Nowhere near as heavy. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was I don't know. I felt like I spent a really, really good amount of time warming up today. The set 2, I think it was. So here's my single. Sorry for just talking. I'm also lifting in the shadow realm today. And then here is my single at 300 for bench. Yeah, I don't have any fucking other video. Wow, I really didn't. Might as well just loop it. So, my set 2 for deadlift felt really, really good, even though I had a slight technical slip up on rep 2. But yeah. Oh, another question. Oh, that was from last week. Never mind. Yeah, so this week just felt all over pretty good. I'm really finding a groove with the squat shoes. My bench is doing wonders after not having the problems with my elbows anymore. And now deadlift is going back to being the one that I'm focusing the most on. Whereas before it was just like I would do it and bam, like I just do it and it would go up in weight. But yeah, I think that it's a good place to stop the video. I'm just gonna keep rambling otherwise. I'm gonna go back to playing Fallout and be a total mongoloid.